Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Brother Stone Rule Well. This is Brother Menashe DC Camp with a short lesson to edify the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai in sincerity and truth and diligence of mind. Yeah, so people just need to understand that this so-called election season has nothing positive for them, despite all the promises both parties are making. It's just not what the Lord, He's going to let to stand, because the Lord is on His way to tear up this system, tear up the image of the beast. And our people are busy standing and waiting in line to hear all these so-called politicians talk. Whether they're so-called Democrats or Republicans or Green parties or Libertarians, it doesn't really matter, because the Lord is, His mind is already set on tearing down Esau's system. Okay, so all the shenanigans or whatever you want to call it, theatrics and all these shows and dog and pony shows and bread and sackers. The Lord is not about that. He's about tearing it apart. Okay, so when you see all these politicians telling our people that they have, propositions and plans and all that stuff, it's just a waste of time, because the Lord has already put Esau on the clock, and Esau's clock is running out. Okay, so this is from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7 says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroy the heart." Okay, so the Lord is pissed off that his people are oppressed, and they keep running to Esau for solutions and relief, right? And the Lord has already said He's going to, send His Son Yahushua to deliver our people, but our people are busy looking the other way, thinking that the solution to their problems is receiving financial infusion, capital investments from Esau's system. But that doesn't solve the problem. All right, so our people are basically in for a rude awakening. They've drunken the Kool-Aid, and they're in a daze, they're in a trance, and the Lord is coming to set them straight. All right, and those that don't want to get with the program, they're going to get destroyed. So, when I was scrolling through Wall Star, I saw the video of Trump, making his so-called campaign, stumping whatever, and in ATL, in Atlanta, and you could always listen to what he said. I'm just gonna play a short version of the video.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity, more security, more fairness, and more prosperity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans, and it's going to be something that people talk about for a long time to come.
All right, and that's one thing. He'll never talk about that so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans and Israelites that the Bible speaks of. He's just concerned about black this, Latino this, Native American that, and money, 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 money. Security, 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 jobs, 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 jobs. Even the Lord Yahushua said, "A man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kadash." And that's why our people need to be, awake, need to wake up from all this slumbering they enjoy, So, boy, you just have to accept that the Lord is not going to let this place go on any longer. You have to understand. All right, so from the book of Isaiah, chapter, let me see, 10 verse 20. All right, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped out of the house of Jacob, all right, as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And that's what we need to let our people know. By them depending on Esau, it's not gonna, make them any better. All right, that they need to trust in the Lord by Shema Shah, by Shema Kadash, because the solution to our problem is not financial, it's spiritual. Okay, that's the reason why we like to tell our people to focus more on the spiritual aspect of the word. Okay, and start worrying about prosperity, this prosperity, that. The real prosperity is having wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, not to have a bank account full of money and then you're broke in the presence of the Lord. It doesn't make sense, all right? So you need to count, what really matters. You have to focus on what really matters, all right?
If you vote Republican over the next 4 years, we will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion. And this includes investing in community development financial institutions and minority depository institutions. Build up peaceful and safer urban neighborhoods with the highest standards of, and you know this, of policing. We want the highest standards. We have to
The highest standards of policing, all right? Policing after whose image? The image of Esau. A lot of people don't really have, the what I call it, the foresight, or let me just keep it simple, the vision. Okay, you see the RFID microchip, you see all the turmoil, you see all the signs in the heavens. They're still worrying about who they're going to vote for, in November, and the promises they've made, and all not the debating day in, day out. It's just sad that our people don't want to wake up. But what can they do? So the Lord has to step in and fix that problem. Okay, so I'm gonna get from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 9, verses 25 and 26. It says, "Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, Shema Shah, Shema Kakadash, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised." So our people that are joined with Esau's system, with the hip and the mind and soul and body, they're going to be punished. Okay? So we need to understand that, man. Our people thinking that being a Republican, being a Democrat is the way out. It's not. The Lord has already set up Esau's system for Esau. He didn't set up Esau's system for us, to partake in and worship and all that stuff. That's the government of Esau, and we have no parts of it. When it's time for our people to let it go, they're still holding on to it. So the Lord has to be justified in punishing them, in jacking them up. Okay? So they can't say that the men on the highways and the byways did not let them know that America is going to fall apart. Okay? And now people always like to think that, Islam, this, all these tenets of Buddhism and all that stuff, it's not going to help our people. They have to let it go. And it's that simple. Okay? And then when you go further to Jeremiah chapter 25, it tells you about, the leaders of our people that like to push our people in the wrong direction to serve Esau. Okay? So this is Jeremiah chapter 25. Let's see. Okay, verse 34 says, "How you shepherds and cry, wallow yourselves in the ashes, you principal of the flock, For the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and ye shall fall like a pleasant vessel. Okay, so they're gonna catch hell, man. All this rich of our people, that think they're making it in this society, and then they have connection with this political system and all this advancement, corporations. They're gonna fail because Esau wants his rulership to continue, and he sees our people as a stumbling block to his new order. So he has to bring in his RFID microchip. And when our people don't want to go along, he has to bring out the sword. Okay? And the shepherd shall have no way to flee, nor the principal of the flock escape. So all those people, that think they're going to escape Esau's system, they're not. Only through the hands of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai are people going to be delivered. Okay? Just like you read in the book of Judges chapter 5, verse 11, in the land of drawing waters, where we are hewers of wood and drawers of waters, there shall we be able to rehearse the righteous acts. Okay, and we're going to be delivered from the hell that's coming upon this place. Okay, and then you read verse 36, it says, a voice of the cry of the shepherds and an howling of the flock shall be heard. For the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kakadash, hath spoiled their treasure. So all these your so-called top, so-called celebrities and politicians of our nations that are stuck with Esau's system, they're going to lose miserably in these last days, and they know it. They know that the Lord is going to destroy this place, and it's because of their pride, they just keep moving on, thinking that it doesn't matter. But when the Lord shows up, then it's going to matter. Okay, so when you go further, you look at Jeremiah chapter 50. Okay, because the Lord has to tear this place down, and our people need to let it go. Okay, so Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 16, it says, cut off the sower from Babylon, all right, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. All right, so America's economy is not going to come back. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Shai has put, is putting an end to this place. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his own people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So what's the use of having all that so-called, platinum plan when the Lord's going to destroy this place? They're not going to be able to enjoy it. So it's a waste. You should focus more on what's really necessary. Focus more on what's going to get you to the next level, and that's the word of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. All right, so what's the use of having all that money, but then you don't have safety from the Lord? You don't have exemption from judgment. All right, so that's why our people need to let go of Esau's system, man, because it's it's a system built to ensure Esau's dominion. Okay, and our people don't understand that they have to let it go. And then the scripture talks about the captive exile. Our people are held captive in this place, and they don't want to let go. Okay, let me just add in the extra word, exile. All right, the captive exile. All right, Ezekiel 51 verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose. All right, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. And that's that simple. You don't have time to be worrying about what Esau has to offer you, man. You hear about people filing for bankruptcy. You hear about people's homes getting repossessed. You hear about people being hauled off to jail for not being able to pay their taxes. You hear about all sorts of oppression in society, and then you hear of our people, coming on TV, coming on the podcast and saying, "Oh well, I'm not oppressed." that they want you to feel like you're a victim this, victim that. But when you read the scripture tells that you're a victim. It tells you that you've been held captive, against your will. The heathen is in your land, and that they refuse to acknowledge you as an Israelite, as the son of Yahweh Ba'ashem Kwakadash. They refuse to accept the authority of the Most High on the face of the earth. So how can you be happy when the heathens are not regarding the Lord? You can't. You can't. The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. So what do you expect? What do you expect to do? You're gonna be angry too. So that's the point there, man. You just have to understand, man. The Lord is pissed off, and He has to tear down Esau's system. Okay, there is no, America is gonna continue 4 more years, and we're gonna be happy. We're gonna have all these aspirations come true. That's not what the Lord is expecting from us. He's expecting us to be thinking about deliverance and salvation. All right, to be thinking about Jacob's trouble. All right, so that is the point that I can, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't even bother arguing with people that want to get stuck in this system. If they want to get stuck in it, that's on them. Whatever you're putting up in the videos, that's for you and for the elect. Those that come across a lesson and they hold on to the lesson, hold on to the wisdom, and they benefit from it, and they let go of Esau's system. Hey, more power to them. They save their own souls. All right. So just gotta thank the Lord. Kahalal Yahweh Bashima Bashima Kakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles group is doing well, and the Ark preaching this gospel. That we have to understand. Who's giving you the best deal. Is it Trump or is it the Most High? Shalom.